We move on to the Sunday nighter. Wow, this is going to be fun. 8:20 p.m. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at New England Patriots. Buccaneers 2-1, 0-1 on the road. Patriots 1-2, 0-2 at home. We're at Gillette Stadium in Foxboro, Massachusetts. 58 Fahrenheit, mostly cloudy, 3 miles per hour. The Buccaneers open up as 5.5-point favorites. Quickly moves to 6.5. We see 7s on the board now. Patriots total opens up at 49, and it hasn't moved. It was over 49 at minus 107. It's now under 49 at minus 107. And Caveman Bet says if you wait on the Packers, you're going to miss the 6.5. There's Sean Dozier in the house. Great to see you. Ski Prophet says this is the game. Let's take a look at where the public money is, or just the money is in general. 10,213 tickets already in on the Sunday nighter. 97% of the tickets on the Patriots. 98% of it cash. That's on the spread. It's wild. On the total, 61% of the tickets on the over. 76% of the cash on the over. Dennis Garcia says the narrative is Brady goes home off a loss will dominate. Says, I didn't know New England's defense was so putrid. Ski Prophet says Bucs team total over 27.5, average 34.3 in this year and 30.3 last year. Big Ragu says bet the house on Champions Bay or Champa Bay. Okay. Bucs coming off a 34-24 loss at the Rams. I was telling my dad that was the easiest bet I think it was for sure this year so far. And when we went down the line with every single sharp that I know, every one of them was on the Rams. Everyone. There wasn't one person who was like saying, no, trust me, the Bucs are going to take care of business here. Why would they need to week 3 of the year? It meant everything to the Rams. It meant nothing to the Bucs. Brady was 41-55 for 432 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. Mike Evans, 8 catches for 106 yards. Godwin, 6 catches for 74 yards. But they only managed 35 yards on 13 carries. And when you look at who leads your team in rushing, if the name is Tom Brady at the top of that list, you're going to lose that football game. 3 carries for 14 yards. 1 sack and 4 quarterback hits. I want you to touch Bebsie, when it gets over to you, I want you to touch on this Bucs defense because 1 sack and 4 quarterback hits did not look good. Jamel Dean had a knee injury during the first quarter, did not return. Gronkowski took a shot to the ribs during the third quarter, and I respected him coming back. Scotty Miller, doubtful. Running back Giovanni Bernard, day-to-day, slight MCL sprain. JPP, still questionable to go. Patriots coming off a 28-13 loss at home to the Saints. Mac Jones, 30 of 51, 270 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Also ran 6 times for 28 yards. New Orleans sacked Jones 3 times, hit him 11 times. Pats as a team ran for just 49 yards on 17 carries. Kendrick Bourne caught 6 passes for 96 yards and a touchdown. Jacoby Myers caught 9 passes for 94 yards. Matt Judon was a beast, 2.5 sacks. James White carted off the field. Also, Jawan Bentley, who led the team in tackles, suffered an injury. And what was the story? Let me just pull this up quickly. It doesn't look good for him. Here we go. Jawan Bentley, he was so key. Oh, sorry, I don't have it. Just questionable at this point. So Raekwon McMillan, injured reserve, as we know, but did sign a 1-year extension. Not that that matters. Trent Brown and Josh Yuki are questionable right now. Everybody wants to talk about this game. Take it away, Bebsie. Bucs, Patriots.
I don't know. I'm looking at what's being said in the chat here. In my head, I'm like, New England is an okay team. Got a great coach. Got a rookie quarterback. Got a solid defense. In order to bet on the Patriots, you have to be thinking that Bill Belichick is going to win this game. Bill Belichick is going to know what gets Tom It's going to be the narrative is the coach against the quarterback, and you're going to hear it. The game, I don't even want to watch the game. It's going to make me puke. How much they talk about Tom Brady and New England and Bill Belichick and yada, yada, yada. It's just going to be talked about to the point of nausea. But the Bucs have not been overly impressive this year. You know, they squeaked out a win against the Cowboys to start the season. You know, they got Tampa. Sorry, lost my train of thought there for a second. They got dominated by the Rams this past week. I just think they're so much better than the New England Patriots. And the only thing you can be betting is that they're going into Foxboro and Tom's facing his old coach, and Bill's got some shit on Tom that he knows about that nobody else does. I don't know. They're just a better football team. So hey, tell me why. Tell me why not to bet the Bucs here. I don't know. I don't see what some of these guys in the chat are seeing.
Well, why don't we call out some of the things that they've written in the chat? First off,
does it not feel like, sorry to cut you off again, Jimmy, but does it not feel like Tom is going like the winningest quarterback in NFL history? Does it not feel like he's going to go in and take it to his coach that made him sad and made him want to leave? Like, does it not feel like Tom goes in and kicks the shit out of this mediocre Patriots team with a, you know, chubby-ass, pepperoni-nippled rookie quarterback?
Oh, pepperoni nipples. Dennis Garcia says, why do we think Tampa Bay is all that? 2-point win against Dallas, led terrible Atlanta 28-25 midway through the fourth until Ryan started throwing pick sixes, got blown out at the LA Rams. Says, does that sound as a touchdown road favorite versus a competent opponent? Birdie says this line opened at -5. You can bet the Dolphins next week at +9. Something is smelling very, very fishy here. Caution is recommended. This Bucs secondary is not the Saints secondary. Drinking Hand in the house. Great to see you, Drinking Hand, my guy. Always has supported us. Says, I bet on Bill Belichick. Dennis Garcia says, I bet Patriots and the under because I never learn. R says, Pats have one good receiver in Jonnu Smith. I mean, they spent a lot of money on Aguilar and others. And look at the numbers that Jacoby Myers and Kendrick Bourne put up last game. I think they have options. Caveman Bet says Pats need to be able to run the ball to have any success. They couldn't do that last week, and look what happened to them. No run game. Versua and Vita Vea pushing the pocket. The Pats will struggle to score. Viper says this game will be a massacre. Crystal Warren says
that's what it feels like. Why should the Bucs not murder the Patriots here? Also, I agree with you, Jimmy. So much respect for Gronkowski coming back after that shot. That was a big shot to the ribs. But
I loved it. There was a lot of that.
Why? Why can't the Bucs destroy the Pats here? Is Tom Brady going to get all emotional and not want to kick the shit out of his own team? He's gonna want to take it to him. And Bill wants to take it to Tom too, but they don't have the firepower. You just mentioned Nelson Aguilar. If you're mentioning Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, that's your receiving core. Jacoby Myers, they're a fine team. They're much better than they were last year. And Mac Jones as a rookie is an improvement on Cam Newton at this stage in his career. We're talking about the defending Super Bowl champions rolling in to play Tom's old team with simply a roster that doesn't stack up.
The Bucs are available for you right now. There's a 6.5 at -111. I don't think this will be here in 48 hours. You don't need to make the decision now. But I tell you what, I am not going to bet at this point, on a team with 96% of the tickets, 98% of cash. Like, it's just, we know that the books get rich off NFL and the public loses in NFL. And now, if I want the Patriots, I'd be an ass clown to bet it now. There'll be a 7.5 on the board at some point. So, I don't know. This is going to take more time and more thought here. Birdie said, I made my money fading both of these teams last week. I wish all bettors in this game good luck. This game made me 2 units last week, and I am content.
I'm looking through this chat right now, and I'm seeing a chat divided.
Not on the poll. We have 39 votes in right now, and 77% are on the Patriots.
77% on the Pats.
Oh, excuse me, on the Bucs. Excuse me, sorry.
On the Bucs.
Yeah,
that
the Bucs are big. Yeah. And then DX Filer said this is a dead under. I think both sides are very familiar with each other.
But if it's a dead under, then are we worried about this spread?
Yes. If it's a dead under, I would be worried about the spread. But if it's a dead under, the score could be 27-13 Bucs. And you could cover easily.
I'm pulling my hair out fucking trying to decide why I wouldn't bet the Bucs here.
What Big Ragu is said is right. Says if you want the Bucs, bet it now. He's got it at 6. Lotus Scalper says Patriots is home dog. If I want the Patriots, which I'm not sure if I have the balls to do, I'm going to get it later. So, but you don't have to make this decision now. This is crucial. Success here is crucial. So, if you want the Patriots, and even so, we have one more game to cap, and then you can let me know if you want this.
I 100% will not be taking the Patriots. It's Bucs or nothing for me.
Caveman Bet says, can you see the Patriots putting up 23-plus points? Because I have the Bucs scoring 30-plus. Okay. You don't need to force it. You don't need to force it.
Listen, I said it last year a million times. I am a coward, but I will not be bullied.
I respect that. There is your Sunday nighter, 8:20 p.m. Buccaneers, Patriots. No move for either of us. But I do have interest in these Patriots. I do have interest. I just need to study it longer. This total at 49, Bebsie, I give you a free $500 bet right now. And by the way, Bigger Goose says 4-unit play all day, Buccaneers. If I gave you a free $500 bet on the total at 49, do you go over or under?
Under. I go under because I struggle to see the Pats putting up points.
But the Buccaneers had 1 sack and 4 quarterback hits against the Rams.
Yeah, but Matt Stafford gets the ball out in a hurry. Does Mac Jones? Yeah, he does. But Matt Stafford is a beast. Mac Jones is Mac Jones.
Yeah. Oh, pepperoni nipples.
We've all seen the photo. Listen, I'm not into fat shaming. I don't think that's cool. I'm against it. But when you're a pro athlete and you're 21 and you're rocking a bod like Mac Jones is, and he's like proudly showing it off with a cigar hanging out of his mouth, what's your deal, guy? Hit the gym. That's a disastrous picture.